as a hero, DG Wheelchair have played a lot. I think 5-6 games. They don't have a very good track record with it. I think they've only won 2 and lost 3 or 4. So hopefully, for them, they can turn this one into another win. Jaina also one of their favorite DPSs. So pretty, this is an elimination game, right? So some teams are either going to stick to the formula, or some teams will bust out something new.
Yeah.
Looks like so far, Wheelchair is sticking to their guns.
Yeah, so far, actually, Wheelchair, their draft kind of looking very Heroes of the Storm beta.
You're not wrong. Yeah, it's true.
It's all you need is the Kerrigan there as well, and the Kerrigan's been banned out. So
yeah, I've seen her banned out a lot, as you mentioned. I don't think her base kit's overtuned. I think some of her talents are a little overtuned, and that's sort of why we're seeing a lot of bans there. Very interesting. This might show up later. Wheelchair have played 6 games of Chen, and they're 4-2 in him. So,
really,
are we going to see a Chen tonight? This is a best of 3, possibly, of course, just best of 2.
Yeah,
because someone might 2-0. But
hyper carry time.
Hyper carry time. Yeah. Trademark Gaming really like their shielding. They have like some insane shielding stat numbers. I think time is going to be on the Vala, right? Let me check that super quick. Should be.
Because I do remember, when time
Phoenix
used to
Hanzo Greymane, Phoenix Hanzo Greymane, top 3 for time.
Just because I remember,
yeah,
I remember when time was on Blasting Burrows, it was hyper carries a lot of the time, especially with time on that Vala. But Varian Greymane, an interesting choice. I suppose
should be the offlane Varian, so it's versus the Blaze. I just wonder what talent they're going with it. Their draft seems to scream taunt, but yeah, is it just like the Windblades?
I mean, taunt into all this stuff. Taunt into Toronto stun, Jaina damage, Greymane follows up. Diablo can isolate them. You don't even need.
Okay, we were getting main tank Blaze.
Yeah.
And Malthael offlane.
Yeah, interesting. I think maybe into the Varian. I'm not sure how well Malthael trades into that, even with Windblades.
I don't think he trades that well with Windblades, especially once he hits level 7 and gets one of the healing talents. He'll just probably walk all over Malthael. Yeah. I would assume.
All right, but into the game we go. Very interesting picks. Now, I have heard a lot, and Ishbu recently did a interview with Heroes Lounge and Cavalier Guest where he answered a lot of questions, and a lot of pros seem to think that Blaze is main tank worthy despite his weaknesses with Engage.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, it looks like he's mostly playing bodyguard, right? It's Vala, main carry, Malthael, chip damage. Later, they'll have white main set up. Tassadar can also probably go Archon if needed. I don't really see a reason to go Wall. I like the Blaze. I think teams should experiment with it more to see if it suits them. I think it's been a little like poo-pooed, like, nah, I can't main tank, like, just never mind it altogether. I'm sure some people have tried it. I don't think as much people have tried it as I would personally like to see, because you never know.
Yeah.
Some teams can discover, wow, this works really well for us and how we play and how we like the draft, and like, you know what? And just this, it had me fooled. I'm like, now they're gonna pick a main tank, and then they pick a Malthael, and it's like, oh wait, there's a main tank Blaze, so the switch up is nice still, I think.
And I don't think that you need a whole lot of Engage on the side of Trademark Gaming. You just need to just run at them. Blaze doesn't even need to hit his jet propulsion for it to really matter.
Yeah, there's high mobility, and Malthael can do his own thing.
Yeah, but into the game we go, and on the side of heaven, we've got Trademark Gaming with Fireteam on the Tassadar, KJ Kags on the Malthael, Time playing the Vala, Show on the Whitemane, and Super playing the Blaze.
And on the side of the Demons, or Hell, it is Wheelchair with Archaic on the Greymane, this on the Varian, Rowan Down on, who is that? The Tyrande, Digi on the Jaina, and DTM Goat on the Diablo.
That's a tough skin to look at, that one.
Yeah. We talked a lot about Trademark's draft. I think the draft from Wheelchair is maybe a little more straightforward to execute.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more obvious with its combos, so we'll see which maybe wins out this, like, micro positioning hyper carry thing, or this, combo stun out of Wheelchair.
Yeah, I think it's odd because people I've talked to have said you pick Windblades to win the lane, and this is not a map where you need or even care about winning that lane. And Varian's going High King's Quest, which makes me think that Twin Blades is in the future.
Go here on the Vala. It's comboed.
Yeah, Time is in trouble. The double support keeping Time alive, though. Archaic comes in, but the rotate is a bit late to make anything happen, and both teams are going to back up.
Yeah, Greymane wasn't there. Follow up there. I think if he was, the Vala dies.
Very possible with Greymane. Oh, big stun coming from the Blaze, but Archaic gets out. Good jet propulsion there under the towers. Well timed, but no kill for them.
Yeah, I like the pressure, though, you know, by both teams.
Right.
Playing this, you know, the early game shows a lot how your opponents will play, how they're willing to play, you know, can give you certain levels of confidence or morale even. And I see some teams being too passive, you see some teams being maybe too aggressive, but here it's a nice mix. Both teams trying to get kills. Not getting them, but, you know, showing they're willing to try. Ooh, Archaic bottom.
Greymane finally caught out just a bit far, but here's the reverse rotation onto Trademark Gaming. The stun comes out, but doesn't find his target. The Blizzard is ripping Fire Team apart, but Digi is in trouble in the back. Time's going to go in for the kill, gets the tower shots, and suicides for it.
Yeah, that was so greedy at, what, level 3?
Yeah.
You're diving towers as a ball.
I mean, on the flip side, if you're going to suicide at any level, now's the time, right?
You're right, you're right. Better now than 15 minutes from now.
Low risk, low reward.
Yeah, absolutely. So Varian went Smash, which is something I suspect TD would do.
Okay.
Which I expect off-lane Varians to go Smash, personally. I think it's largely the better talent to go for off-lane Varian.
Yeah, it's going to work real well with the combo, with the Tyrande, the Jaina, the Greymane. That extra armor reduction will work against the armor stacking that's going to be going on with Whitemane and the Blaze. So I like that. And the Tassadar as well. You see we got Kala's Light going to grant heroes 15 armor. So plus Whitemane's Scarlet Aegis gives you 55 armor, which is nuts.
Right, yeah, max 75 plus and max minus armor is 25 now. So they can't overstack it. Varian Smash is what, 20 and Taranda's is 15. But like you're saying, there's all this armor stacking going on. So there'll be a lot of plus and minuses.
Yeah, a lot of math going on. I'm not due on stream. Time dodging out of the way of the stun, but Diablo waiting in the wings gets the flip onto Time. The double support is in, and Time's health bar goes back up to full, just like that.
That was pretty insane. He was like 10, 15% HP and zip, zip, zip.
Yeah, easy come, easy go.
Yeah, the sustain here is pretty intense. Again, Blaze also self-sustained, so we'll see how well the Shrine fight goes. Sustain versus burst.
Two people. But,
I'm watching for this Varian. Like, who he smashes is obviously who they want to collapse on, but he hasn't made his move yet.
Ooh, a big stun onto Time. The flip is actually interrupted. This going in on Time. A duel happening with Varian trying to make something happen. Can they get the kill on the Varian? No, but instead they get the turnaround kill onto Blaze. And that's a 1 for nothing.
Yeah, that was actually funny how Greymane ended up in front of the Blaze, body blocking him. He had nowhere to go at that point. Had to use the jet propulsion.
A bit of a split focus from TMG. Now they're trying to get these skeletal defenders trying to focus out. Jaina might be in trouble
away on both teams. Blaze isn't here though, so don't they could be bullying a little harder than they are.
Yeah, they're looking a little bit scared to move in, but they're just trying to finish up the Shrine. And they've got one more. Oh! Whoa! That was very, very close. They actually almost lost that. They kind of delayed on getting that time, just putting out damage after damage. The poke is incredible coming from Vala. And is actually going to vault forward and kill Jaina.
Well played.
Yeah. I
actually thought Wheelchair gave up the Punisher. They were at 38 to like 30, and they cut up 39 to 39. It was like, what?
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, they dialed it a little bit. Super diving back in after that. Misses the jet propulsion. Goat got out just in time. Everyone's looking real hurt. This Arcane Punisher with his Arcane laser is really messing up people's health bars.
Yeah, I feel like Diablo would have gone for that Blaze if he had more health himself, but he's a little low and their healer's not here, so he, like, Blaze is in range, but he just hovered like, nah, I'm not gonna go, I might die.
Yeah, I missed a sneaky back there from Malthael. Varian and Tyrande were right there and just barely missed Malthael going home.
More stacking quest here. Cocktail for Greymane at 7. We have the Grill and Kill for Blaze at 7 as well. Tron, of course, looking to stack the Lunar Blaze. Ice Flows by Jaina. That's very interesting.
I'm looking at High King's quest, trying to figure out how much Varian has done here. He doesn't have any of the quests completed.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
man.
got 12 out of 20 globes, 11 out of 50 heroes attacks, and 1 out of 5 takedowns. So,
okay.
yeah, he's quite a ways away from finishing that.
Malthael just completely undisturbed by the Varian. I saw him colossal smash the Malthael. Malthael didn't budge an inch, just is able to heal right through it.
Yeah, we were talking about like Twin Blades versus Malthael, the Smash versus Malthael, maybe later, maybe once he completes High Kings and starts to hit harder.
Yeah.
Of course, with follow-up, he's getting gun on here. But
A bit of a skirmish in the middle. Both parties make it their way out. In time, just no fear playing this Vala with the double support. Which is really how you have to play it.
yeah, absolutely. You have to play, no fear, or, you won't get the pressure you're looking for. Both teams are about to hit 10, 2-2 here, basically pretty even. First Punisher doesn't do much. Greymane's cleaning up middle lane, though, so slight structural advantage here.
Yeah. I want to call it that both teams are being a little passive, but they're not. They're both being very measured and trying to find ways to be aggressive, and just neither team giving it up. And there we go. Greymane jumping in, getting hurt. Oh, that's sneaky from Archaic. Archaic could go down as well. They get the move in. Varian trying to get on the thing. Scarlet Aegis is out. The 10s are here. And that's a heroic. We have 2 heroics used.
Wouldn't expect Wheelchair to keep picking this fight, but it seems like they want to, and Jaina goes down.
Oh, they've got the Lightning Breath, though. Time makes their way out of the Lightning Breath. The bunker down saves everybody from it. The stun actually hits Vala, but the shield is there from Tassadar, and they're not going to be able to get the kill. That's 2 for nothing for Trademark Gaming.
Major value bunker, dodge, Ring of Frost, and most of Lightning Breath.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty intense.
Yeah, that's an excellent bunker there from the Blaze player Super.
I like the play by Greymane, but I feel like at that point you just let him go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he almost had that camp, but...
yeah, close. It's like 3/4. You got Diablo. He has finished all his souls, so Diablo is fully stacked. A death will mean a quick res.
Alright, but Trademark Gaming, the one controlling the space in this altar. They've got 10 of these little skeletons, but now Varian, everyone making the rotate in. It's about 20 seconds till everybody's heroics are up on the side of Wheelchair. Malthael's still holding his heroic, actually.
I was noticing that. Is he really considering going Torment?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the point of holding it would be. You'd expect him to go last, right? But maybe not.
Yeah. And Diablo getting low. Trond also went Starfall, by the way, so no Shadow Stop.
No, the Ring of Frost comes out, hits 2 people, but Tassadar has the Stasis Lightning Breath. Not going to land at anybody. Time is still going strong. And Trademark Gaming weathers the storm. They push off Wheelchair.
I'm seeing a lot of split focus from Wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
The heroes are little in 2s and 3s, hitting different targets, but the draft really demands they all hit the same target, so they're going to need to fix that moving forward if they hope to win any objectives. Big
jet propulsion in the background. The Force Wall doesn't do what they want it to. However, Tormented Souls is out. Tyrande going down as a result of this fight. The Punisher focusing on the fort. That's 2 more kills for Trademark Gaming. The Force Wall is going to stop them from going into their base. Are they going to get another kill? They do! That is 4 kills for nothing. Diablo loses his souls. Malthael just peacefully heads off back to his lane. And John Cena's still pushing.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy to see Force Wall. I think too many people go Archon when they don't necessarily need it. We saw the utility here. Force Wall got them, I believe, 2 kills just because of Force Wall. Yeah, because they Force Wall back under near the fort too, and then once again here at the gate.
Yeah, it allows you. Yeah, it allows you some really good disengage, which it helps with the composition that Wheelchair has. It forces you, forces people into fights. If Vala's coming at you and you run into a Force Wall, there's nowhere really to go. And if you're going to have a hyper carry, you might as well double down on it.
Yeah. And it lets Blaze catch, we talked a little bit about Blaze maybe having trouble engaging. Well, when there's force wall targets, lets him close the distance as well, as we saw there earlier.
Yeah, it's hard to dodge through a wall.
Exactly. It's like a lot of Blaze counters just sidestep him, but when you're on the run...
Yeah. KJ Kags has been making this bush home this entire game. Oh, and Jaina runs face first into him, and there's the entire team. Kags thought he was safe, but Jaina ferreted out his hidey hole. And that's a free kill.
Much needed, but they're behind almost a level and a half, and bottom lane's a bit of an issue. They don't seem to be peeling anyone down right now to deal with it, though. Curious enough, White Mane is down here solo, by the way, so this would be a good time for Wheelchair to pick a fight. No support.
But it looks like Trademark Gaming not going to give him that fight. Super just sitting in their base, letting him get that wall structure down. White Mane finally making the rotation. Tyrande checking in on the camp. Nobody there. And you just don't know where Trademark Gaming is right now. Wheelchair just completely in the dark.
I feel like they should have, considering they spent all this time. Oh, okay, they found a Blaze. This will probably force the bunker if he has time.
He uses it. He may have... Actually, I say wasted. It's got such a slow cooldown. Oh, but they get the return kill time in the backline, ripping up the squishies. The White Mane Scarlet Aegis is out. However, the Shadow Charge in onto time chunks her down, but the double support keeps her alive. Another kill go on onto the Tyrande, and the longer time stays alive, the more you're going to die.
This is a really questionable split by Wheelchair yet again. They didn't stay together whatsoever and ran in all different directions. It just got cleaned up. 4 kills.
And another excellent response from Trademark Gaming on somebody getting ganked. Everybody rotates immediately and gets 2 counter kills, 3 counter kills for just 1.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
And the whole time the Khazra camp is pushing, and now this keep is...
that was what I was trying to get at before the fight broke out. Like, they didn't commit. They didn't do anything enough with their 5-man, like in this top middle area, to justify them not soaking or de-pushing their other lanes.
Oh.
And now they're just doubly pinged. The Varian gets goon squatted here.
I actually missed that on camera. I was so looking at that offline. I didn't expect anything to happen, but 16-14 extra kill.
He was just chilling, like, in between the fort and the vent, where the Bruiser camp is, and they just ran at him and force-walled, and down he goes.
Yeah, that sounds like a possible case of tilt from the side of Wheelchair.
Yeah, now they're just... they're losing, they're down, almost, 2 levels?
Yeah.
3 technically now 2,
Yeah, so I'm just looking at numbers.
Yeah, no, it was 3 when we said it, and then... so if they have some patience, get 16, they have some really big power spikes, 6 to 16 across the board for their team.
Yeah, that Varian death really means nothing.
Yeah, so they can just chill. They're all right, game's not out of their grasp. They win another, lose another major team fight or 2. Probably is. They might grab the Malthael here, by the way.
They see somebody is on the 4th. The Colossal Smash goes down, gets him to about half health, but the rest of the team not in a position to follow up. KJ Kag survives.
It's kind of Tyrande's fault. She pulled the trigger on Lunar Flare too soon instead of waiting for setup.
Yeah, you don't want him to shoot that off and make it, but there's a step repulsion, and they can't get out in time. They try to get the pick, and the rest of the team rotates, and they realize, wait a minute, this is not something we want to fight, especially with Jaina down bottom. But Jaina, almost like the Bruiser camp herself.
She does get the level 16, but her team's out running around, dying on the map. Unfortunate, they didn't chill out a little more. Might be another kill here.
Archaic stuck in that force wall over the gate. That's some swag plays from Trademark Gaming.
That was a really nice layering, the force wall into the Rain of Vengeance, so he got mini-stunned again immediately after force wall went down, couldn't get out.
Yeah, and I think the White Mane attack finished him off.
This could be game. Keep's dead for sure, but if they keep staggering hero deaths, Trademark might just push core.
Yeah, they're following up on John Cena. They got the force wall. Diablo's in trouble, but Jaina's even more in trouble. The ring comes out, hits nobody. And everyone on the side of Wheelchair's looking very low. There's another kill. Tyrande going down. This is probably the beginning of the end. They don't have a keep yet, though, so they can't tech the core.
Yeah, GG's called.
That's GG's already called. Very little they can do. Greymane's there, but not enough to work through.
Yeah, Varian's also just kind of running around in circles, like, what do I do?
I mean, you know, just having fun. GGs are already called. Both teams know that this game is over, and that is gate number 1 going over to Trademark Gaming.
Yeah, I liked Wheelchair's draft, but I have to say, just a little too sloppily executed. A lot of positional errors, and of course, not to take anything away from Trademark, they played their draft beautifully.
Yeah,
a lot of counter engages we saw.
Yeah, and we see why they're the #1 seed.
Yeah, they played really clean. Really clean. No real fear, like, you know, coolly responding to things. And we saw this sort of panicked movements compared to, you know, on the side of Wheelchair. So they're just running all over the place, and they, you know, stay together, focus fire, clean up the fights properly, etc., etc. So yeah, you know, nice sort of surgical play here from Trademark Gaming. We'll see if Wheelchair can bring him back in game 2, though.
Yeah, the white main Tassadar Vala combo, very standard right now in the meta. So glad to see them paying attention, and you know, they're a pretty good force in the open division. Obviously, you have, you know, them playing against teams like Scythe Gaming and, you know, Freebirds and all that, but Trademark Gaming, they were able to hold their own in a lot of cases in the open division.
Oh, nice. Cool.
But we have we're talking to Wheelchair. Wheelchair opts to go for first pick.
Okay.
And we're gonna
Don't care what map they play.
Yeah, the first pick seems to be the order of the day in most of these situations. So we're waiting on the map pick from Trademark Gaming. We're gonna get going here very soon. And Volskaya Foundry is where we're headed.
Nice.
To the next one. Yeah, and I think that's gonna benefit Trademark Gaming. We'll see if first pick can give DG the edge they need.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what teams prioritize. So TNC, team name change yesterday, I believe they went for map pick about every single time because they had the option game 1, then they lost game 2, and they went for map pick again. So it's just interesting to see different teams prioritizing, you know, different ways they end up in the draft, whether they get that last pick or not.
All right, we're getting everybody into the lobby. I have to remember who's on what team because I don't have a roster list anymore. Yeah,
it's a bit hard. Stats of the Storm can give you one. That's my best resource lately. I happened to, not tonight, but yeah, last night I had like snap photos of stats. I was like, oh hey, this is my roster, my little roster photos. It's convenient. Yeah, next season.
Yeah,
website will return.
Yeah, it'll be good. We got a long time to prepare for that, and
definitely.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Fire Super for Digi Archaic.
Okay.
Yeah, Wheelchair. You said they were playing with a sub player. You know, that can hurt your coordination a bit, but
that's true. Not
to the level we saw. Like that was more team wide. Though I'm not actually sure who the sub player is. I think I'm pretty sure it's Rowan or Archaic. One of those two, because I know the other 3 are main.
Yeah, I want to say it's Rowan too, because Archaic sounds familiar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Rowan. Actually, don't remember what hero he was playing, even though I called him out at the start of the game.
All right, gladiators are ready. We're waiting for the contestants, and the contestants are ready. We're going to get into Volskaya Foundry.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to see Wheelchair just have some confidence in their draft. I think the draft was fine game 1. They just need to up their execution game, and you know they'll be more competitive. They missed a bunch of kills they shouldn't have last game, so we'll see what they can do here on Volskaya.
Yeah, I think maybe swapping up what they want to do. I think the same kind of composition could work here, but they just didn't have an answer for that hyper carry. Like Vala just stayed alive, and by the time they were able to get it together to focus in on somebody, everyone was just dead.
Yeah, I think banning White Main would be a good start in general.
Just about to
I'm actually
that.
Surprised she got through. I see almost every team everywhere banning White Main.
Yeah.
Just basically for the reason we saw, it makes it so obnoxious to kill targets. She's kind of like Medic 2.0, but a lot more flexible.
Yeah, and a lot more deadly as well.
Yeah, it actually outputs damage and heals, not just heals.
Oh, it looks like TMG has 2 subs as well, so I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
But I think that they're on-roster subs, and they do go for the white main ban.
Makes sense. Pretty much dismantled everything they tried to do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but they do have official subs, so that helps. Yeah, for sure.
They've definitely played with the team before. Off-roster subs means like, oh crap! I mean, it's so like I have to go to someplace in Canada. And
yeah,
so,
like
yeah, it's a rough time.
Someone in Team League, someone on my friends list, like help. Yeah, no, it is. There was, we just saw like very clean play, like we were discussing from Trademark. No signs of there's a sub player here. So look.
Ooh.
What face? No ban. Okay, feels bad. Someone's AFK or misclicked or took too long. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that was took too long. It looks like they want it to be a Mephisto ban.
But I mean, they didn't ban.
I know they didn't ban, but a lot of teams will offer to be gentlemanly and not choose it themselves, although they are not under any
obligation.
Obligation. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you.
Goat says we have no subs. TMG has off roster subs.
Oh,
okay.
I was. Oh.
So they're the ones
so
with the
sorry.
off-roster stuff.
Yeah, I've been giving you guys fake news the whole time. That is my fault. It was difficult to keep track of.
Okay, so DG has their main moves. All right, well, whoever the off-roster guy is, looking swag.
Yeah. But Genji made his way through because of the Cho'Gall.
Cho'Ban, interesting.
Okay,
super, yeah, right.
Okay, the Blaze player, so really their tank. And is this, I wonder, is this another Blaze tank, or is it, he's so flexible now?
I imagine they're planning it to be, but like you just said, flexible is key, which often defines meta, so it'll be really interesting if Blaze worms his way into like, is he main tank, is he off lane? We don't know, and we'll just, we get to see the rest of the draft and then decide at the end. Like we saw they last picked the Malthael.
Yeah, but no questions here. Yrel and Murden both taking the jumping bros. I love that on this map, along with the Genji. That Cho'Ban, I think, may prove to be fatal. If they don't want to deal with the Cho'Gall, they have to deal with the Genji instead. So,
yeah, it's interesting. Tronda's not necessarily that awesome at dealing with Genji, nor is Blaze. So we'll see what else. I'm sure obviously Trademark has 3 more picks to grab some things. But yeah, the dive trio already here from Wheelchair. They'll need some more damage, or at least some initial damage, to lead into this finisher style thing.
Sure, I'm looking at, we got Super and Fire Team looks like an on-roster sub. Doctor has retired from the game, which is sad to hear. I really like Doctor. Vala ban, no more hyper carry for them.
Because the Tassadar is still available. They could have still gone Tassadar.
You can go Cassia, you can go Hanzo. There's a lot of other heroes that put out enough damage to warrant a solo hyper carry.
For sure. I wouldn't mind just like a Rainer here for Trademark. They'll go for the Hanzo though. Hanzo Diablo. Pretty solid.
There he is. And they leave their last slot open in case they want to go for the double support.
So Diablo good against Genji, Hanzo not so much either. So their backline's a little susceptible to Genji shenanigans.
Yeah.
Front line's pretty good. Blaze is neither necessarily good nor bad against Genji. He just sort of is. Diablo, though, of course, very strong.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wide open space on Volskaya, though. Quite a bit harder to catch this Genji on a wall compared to some other maps.
Yeah, that is true.
But nonetheless, the threat's there.
They have the Alexstrasza. I like the Alexstrasza here. A lot of times you don't see her on this map just because teams pick Deckard. But Tyrande looks to be their main support, and it seems unlikely they're going to go Tyrande Deckard.
It really does seem unlikely. But they do have this main tank, so Blaze should be the offlane unless they want to 4-man him. Yeah. And we're still going to see another offlaner. It's not out of the question.
It is not out of the question. It would be a little odd unless that final member is it. There's the double support, and we've got the Brightwing.
So, yeah, I was hoping for one more hero good against Genji, and now we have Brightwing for Polymorph. She has some insane Polymorph talents and stuff now, too. Going to be interesting. Extra range, reset on cooldown, and all this madness.
And if I remember correctly, that extra range is pretty solid. I mean, it's like
it's like 30. Away. Yeah, it's 35% or something. It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot of lots. But again, complementing Wheelchair here on the draft. There's full synergy. Everyone can dive. I assume Alex will go Cleansing Flame, not Lifebinder, as a result. But
it's a very meta draft, like super meta.
It is. It's uber meta. Trademarks is a little more fun, a little more diverse. Again,
but just because of the Brightwing.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
But it ties. It like the last pick can sort of make or break how well your team ties together. But Brightwing's pretty cool here. They needed something good against Genji, and I think this is what influenced it. And I guess they just want double. I don't know. Are we bringing back double support metas?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a feels good or feels bad, man. Bit of both, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, well, look at Brightwing's Pixie Dust. I mean, you look at Brightwing's, Pixie Dust, like, it works well against spell damage. You get Phoenix, Purification Salvo, Genji, X-Strike or Dragon Blade, but into the game we go, and on the blue side, we've got Trademark Gaming with Fireteam playing the Tyrande, Show on the Brightwing, KJ Kags on the Blaze, Time playing the Hanzo, and Super on the Diablo.
Wheelchair in the red quarter, it's Digi on Phoenix, Rowan on the Alexstrasza. It will be this on the Yrel, Goat on the Murden, and Archaic will be on the Genji.
All right, both teams 5-manning middle. I like it. Let's take a look at the level 1 talents here. I don't think we're seeing any real unusual picks from them. The Jet Propulsion misses on the Phoenix. Digi makes it to safety. The Abundance is out, and everybody's healing up Time, looking to get another shot in, but everybody seems safe so far.
Brightwing went for the Hyper Shift talent, not the Polymorph. Makes sense, it's pretty strong. Extra healing, really reduced cooldown on the minion kills. Which seems to me, I expect her to sort of be their weird other solo laner, as we're seeing here already.
Yeah. Show stepping up in the top lane. And yeah, that Z from Brightwing Hyper Shift onto somebody gets you 20% health, which is huge, especially if you have a Diablo, where that 20% is a lot of healing.
It's 30% with the extra Hyper Shift. Yeah, it's pretty intense. Yeah, Diablo gets his full stack souls. It's like, yikes. Is that better than Ancestral or Spy at this point?
It depends. Well, I think it depends on the hero, but a full invade
on Diablo
coming out from Wheelchair. They're gonna take this by force, but Diablo, if he has anything to say about it, he shoves him against the wall. They're trying to get as much damage out as they can, and Wheelchair backs off slowly. That's a lot of damage coming out, whittling away the health bars of Wheelchair.
It was a good idea, but Yrel wasn't there. She tried, but came in super late. Speaking of Super.
Oh, Super looking for more. Not finding it. KJ Kags still alive, trying to get some more damage. A 1-for-1 trade there. Diablo getting a little bit greedy. Trying to hunt them down.
Yeah, that's probably the better trade you could get. Slow down the Diablo soul gain. Not by much, but, he's had to res, walk back to lanes.
Alright, Blaze was looking a little bit low, but a rotation from Trademark Gaming allows Blaze to clear everything up, but Blaze looking real low and it's going to have to back.
Yeah, I thought they might try and play around with them some more, bottom, but of course, they have a couple arrows there, Genji forced to run away. They're making a move on the support camp though, Brightwing might just sniff this out.
Yeah, Brightwing sniffs it out. They do have members there, but it looks like 3v4 so far. Blaze is on their way, so is Tyrande. There may be a full collapse onto this point. Super standing on the point gets slapped off by Yrel, and that healing camp belongs to Wheelchair, but Genji.
They committed to the turret though for this.
They did. Oh, but it may pay off as Digi looking very low. The Shadow Charge gets the kill at the last second, and that's going to be a kill on the Goat as well, as Murden was way out, and Trademark Gaming making things happen. And yeah, there aren't too many walls on Volskaya. It is big open space, but Genji was right against him there, and Diablo immediately punishes him for it.
Awesome. What's funny there is Phoenix actually died to the Sonic Arrow.
Did he really?
Yep.
Oh, that...
Console's credit. It does so little damage, but he had so little health. It sniped him.
I mean, Time is the carry. He needs to get those kills, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was at the same time as Diablo was going on him, so it looked like Diablo got the kill, but the kill feed said Hanzo, so...
Yeah. So
well, great. Yeah, they pick up, what, 3 kills there off the back of that? I mean, okay, support camp went over to wheelchair, but oof, they pay a heavy price.
They still have it at least, but yeah, Diablo's not going to...
Yeah, they're not that far behind on XP is what I was going to say.
Yeah, Diablo did not get any gold from that kill.
I like how Brightwing's just soaking though, right?
Yeah.
This is great. It's like this weird... Because Dahaka's actually not very good on this map. I'd probably say it's his worst map ever, so you just take a Brightwing instead.
Losing this 1v1 with Digi forces Brightwing to come in. We get the double support. Up to full health.
Alex.
Digi. Oh, Alex is in trouble, and down she goes. Gets smashed against the team.
She just ran past her Murden. She literally just charged into the front lines, and Diablo was like, "Oh hey, hi Alex, how you doing?"
It's just a Trademark Gaming. Just walks right into the Trademark Gaming Panini press.
Yeah, it's the wrong meet and greet for Alex. Not really what you want to be doing there. She also lost the emitter, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's on time now. So
who is busy getting the turret? Diablo taking a lot of damage, has just enough health to make it through the support, but Hanzo is in trouble, can't jump out of the way, and that's a bit of a rough play from Trademark Gaming.
Okay, interesting. They are at 99%, so if Hanzo can res and get here in time, we'll see if they can bully Wheelchair off.
Yeah, Hanzo was busy getting that turret. I feel like that's a lot to give up just to try for that turret.
It is. Both teams doing some funny things over items at the moment. Or in this particular match.
Makes her way, and she went for the Hyper Shift Peekaboo, which gives you a shield on the Hyper Shift. Dragon is out, and they want to make sure that they get this protector. Yeah, the Dragon is too powerful. The health bars of Trademark Gaming just decreasing. Urel jumps in. Super is in trouble, gets thrown against the wall and destroyed. And this protector is going to go to Trademark Gaming. There could be more, but Time makes a quick escape. KJ Kags is out in time. No more kills for Wheelchair.
That was such a sick blaze stun. That was 3 to 4 on jet propulsion. If that doesn't land, I think 1, 2, 3 more heroes just die right there.
Yeah. So excellent
Big
job.
save.
Big save from KJ Kags. KJ Kags has been really playing in a great blaze.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. Like, this is, it's like Blaze can't main tank. It's like send him, last game, this game. Okay, Diablo's main tank, but like he's up here. He's not really playing the offlaner role. It's really the Brightwing, so.
Trademark Gaming trying to go for a flank, but Time is the one in trouble. Urel trying to run it down, but there's KJ with that big jet propulsion onto this. This jumps out just Urel things and survives. His protector's going down soon. But in the meantime, Taranda is going to be in trouble. Excuse me, Alex Straza. But Roland makes it out.
Away.
Yeah.
Looks like Urel may not make it out, though.
Yeah, almost out of mana.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they would chase her harder or not. Looks like they won't opt for the support camp instead. Genji!
Genji! Shoved against the wall again. Protected, by the way, has the Swift Strike, gets out. Super getting very low from the Phoenix poke, but they're going to make it out alive. Urel jumping in to try and force things to happen. Polymorph is down. Here's the Purification Salvo, not on the right players. And it's not going to net a kill.
The Diablo.
Yeah. Almost got it, but it does get them to support camp. They use one of their 10s. It should be back in time. 10's just around the corner for Trademark Gaming.
Yeah, so we do get the Life Finder, not the Cleansing Flame, so they're not going to go full dive. They're going to play a little more mid-range with this Alex. She's got to play a little further back, though. We saw her kind of suicide last time on point. Let's hope she chills out next objective. Still, she rezzed in time and able to come back with the Dragon and everything, but it was a little goofy. Gave away the biotic emitter as well. Consider it, you know what I mean? Like, they gave away the emitter, feature support, and they still win the engage just because of Dragon Queen's kind of Alex things.
So, but it looks like her Dragon Queen just came up now, so will be available for the next fight. Lifebinder actually surprises me because the composition, it's double support, and that's a sustained composition. In Lifebinder, you're looking to stop the burst.
Yeah. No, I really expected Cleansing Flame overall, but, maybe it's just a comfort pick.
Yeah, we'll
Cleansing
see how it's
used. Can be a little
used.
awkward to use if you're not used to it.
Real jumping
Standard
out.
stuff here for Trademark. Genji.
The combos are there, and Genji has deleted the slam and the flip. Excellent follow-up there from the the Tyrande fire team with the big lunar flare, and Genji goes down.
Yeah, this is sort of coordination I was hoping to see from Wheelchair last game when they had the Diablo Tyrande, but they never really quite managed it. But Trademark here showing off quite well, punishing this Genji.
Oh, Tyrande expecting the flip, but Super gets stunned out of it.
Yeah. Didn't have the overpower combo. Pretty standard stuff. Dragon Arrow was used earlier. I think, was that used on Genji, maybe? Because it's on cooldown. I'm not sure who it was used on, but...
I'm pretty sure it was Genji, because that cooldown looks about right for Genji, and Genji was stunned for a very long time.
Yeah.
So it's what you have to do when you're facing a Genji who probably has Swift Strike available.
And they do have the Shadow Stock and the Emerald Winds, so extra healing and more battlefield control out of these supports on the side of Trademark. And of course, Bunker. We saw how impactful it was last game. There's nothing really crazy doing that. I guess you're bunkering Salvo or X-Strike here.
Yeah. You know, with the Tyrande flip and the Diablo flip and the Tyrande stun, you can blow somebody up pretty well, especially with the scatter arrow. But the sustain, though, with the Brightwing, with the Tyrande, with the Shadow Stalk, huge. And Trademark Gaming just kind of has a very diverse composition.
They do. They showed it in Game 1 as well. They're showing it off even a bit more here in Game 2. I like it a lot. It's cool. Gives them a lot of flexibility, how they want to pick fights, how long they can stick around, etc., etc. They make it go in Yrel here.
Yrel gets out. The Polymorph is in, but it's not happening. Dragon Queen comes out, and they're trying to push Trademark Gaming away. Somewhat literally, the Emerald Wind separates Diablo from the rest of the team. No, excuse me, Murden from the rest of the team. And oh, there's the Lightning Breath only going onto the turret.
It's gonna kill a turret.
Yeah.
Value.
Diablo's not done. It's a Dragon Arrow, just barely misses as Phoenix sidesteps it. The healing pulse is down though when Archaic is in trouble. The Bunker is here, time in the backline getting chunked down. And Super getting very low. The Purification Salvo coming out. It eats through the Bunker. Super doesn't have it to hide in, and Super is gonna go. Oh no! The double support is too much. They make it out with 80 health, and Wheelchair has to back up, but it's not enough. Phoenix goes down.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for Wheelchair because they committed most of their friend line and the Genji to try and kill the Diablo, which left the the Phoenix and other heroes here unguarded essentially. So Trademark just punished that play. Oh, so feels bad. I think Diablo had 80 HP, just a few more hits.
Yeah, and that's double support for you. I mean, if you play double support, what you want to do is fight, and you want to fight on these points. DG Wheelchair has been bringing the fight to them, and not having as successful as a time. They've had to use everything in their arsenal to win fights here.
Yeah, we saw the Dragon being forced. The Lifebinder was pretty good. Did save the Genji, up front anyway. So,
have we seen Lifebinder come out yet?
We saw it on the Genji.
Okay.
Last engage, yeah, but that was the first time, so only once.
Oh, Diablo coming in, finding Alex Strauss in the back, but there's a big stun on the 3 members. But however, Phoenix is in trouble. Oh, gets locked down and blown up by Hanzo. The Bunker is out. Yrel is in trouble, but Diablo makes sure she stays around. But there's the Lifebinder that we've been looking for. A big save on the Yrel, but unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to fight. But Yrel is not done yet, and she walks right in the middle of the enemy team. Can't make it out. Very ambitious re-engage from Yrel.
I don't understand these moves. Yrel had a leap, and she could have leapt to safety, but it said she leapt back into the enemy team alone. And Murden looked like he wanted to leave, and then Yrel went in, so he's kind of like, okay, I'll hang around. But then he gets comboed, forced to Avatar. Well, not forced, he Avatared. Felt forced to Avatar anyway. And they kind of lose 2 for nothing. Lose the Avatar cooldown, and now they have a big Federal Punisher marching on the keep wall.
I don't think this is the case.
Protector.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's going to punish them either way. I will say this, playing Yrel a lot, when you charge her E, the left click, even if you have it set for your clicks to go through the minimap, her left click does not go through the minimap. So I've had a lot of situations where I've jumped the wrong way trying to click on something. So
I wonder if that could happen, because it's a bit of a curious decision on her part.
Ooh, unless she was Murden and Genji in the backline. Tyrande trying to make her way to safety. Has just enough heals to survive. No pick for them. The Protector almost dead. It's only going to get 4. Ooh, and they might get a
They opened up top.
Yeah. laser is down. Now a re-engage from DG Wheelchair. There's the Purification Salvo coming out. The Emerald Wind goes down. The Genji tries to get the Brightwing. X-Strike lands. Brightwing goes down, but Genji is next. That's a 1-for-1. Goat jumping in to try and get some more damage. Urel jumping some more. Diablo, though, picks up a Murd and throws him. Avatar has to be used. Phoenix trying to find some kills, getting very low. Diablo charges in, but Diablo may have put himself in danger. Super backs out. Urel backs out. Digi down to 40 health. Makes the teleport away. Time almost called that teleport exactly with the Sonic Arrow.
Yeah, that was really, really close. Diablo?
Oh, but Diablo's in trouble. The bunker is down. Can they? Oh, they don't. Phoenix! Hanzo finds his mark finally.
Yeah, I didn't have time to regen any shields, so just sitting on low HP. Gets shotgun. That actually would have happened sooner. Blaze came down to jet propulsion, and as he did it, Diablo shadow charged, and he moved him out of the way to stun.
Yeah, that was
back in the lane. It doesn't matter in the end, but just minor infinity.
Murden tries to find the flank on the stealing the turret, but this is where all the walls are in Volskaya.
Yeah, and this, this is just so easy with the Brightwing. She's just camping the front line. Anyone comes in, Genji, Murden, not so much the Urel, but just Poly, and you're just ruined. Yeah. You can't do anything. And then it's the easy stun follow with the Tyrande. You're getting damage amped from Hunter's Mark, and just even someone like Murden, he just melted in like a second.
Yeah, it's Hanzo, the hyper carry style from Trademark Gaming, just really resting everything on time, and time is really putting out the damage that they need.
Yeah, 85,500 hero damage on this Hanzo.
It is bonkers, but this in trouble. 4 very healthy members of Trademark Gaming pushing onto this fort. 19-16, though. DG Gaming, Diplomunion Gaming Wheelchair, they want to make a move pretty soon.
They do. They're running out of time. Haha. 19-16, 14-4. They still have a fort middle. They still have their keeps. Top lane's opened up, though. Of course, the next protector's bottom. But, yeah, they will want to try and force a fight before 20. So they have probably, 30-ish seconds?
They're trying to make something happen. If you're trying to force a fight, you try to take something. And they're taking just the meta. Oh, a Dragon Arrow coming out. There's the jet propulsion to follow up. But Urel is there to slap away the rest of the team. Bunker is down. Phoenix trying to put out as much damage as he can. Dragon is here. They're fighting over this. Emerald Wind hits 2 people. And the silence onto Goat stops him from getting too much health. He jumps out finally. This is in the middle of the back. And Urel trying to get on the fire team. Ardent Defender is popped, and Urel is out of there. Nobody dead on the side of Trademark Gaming, and Urel finally goes down. Dragon Queen came. Oh!
Shotgun.
Oh, man. Time is on point with all of these scatter arrows finding them.
100,000. We just checked in, a minute ago, and he was at 85k. Now he's over 100k.
Well, he killed 2 people, basically, by himself. And these scatter arrows, he's been shooting them from outer space, and they've been hitting their mark every time.
He had a really nice Dragon Arrow, too, landed on 2, and then followed up by the Blaze. So great way to start that off for them.
Really
Rel
good.
Almost took out the Hanzo, really close, but Urel damage isn't that fast.
Yeah, I think Wheelchair really having a tough time with target focus, both of these games. Yeah,
it's showing. They're doing a better job here than game 1, but it's still showing the weakness.
Ooh, the Dragon Arrow coming in immediately with a Diablo stun. The jet propulsion not there, but it does push them off. They get a free turret, but for 2 heroics, so that's 60 seconds without him.
You just see they bailed that time quicker than I've seen. I think they're learning their lesson. Around Murder, we're just out of here, man.
Yeah,
they've stuck around. They've sort of waited on some of their jumps. They've been getting grabbed and comboed and punished. So, the quick reactions there from both of them. I like that.
Trademark Gaming possibly realizing that they can just blow heroics if they want. Diplomunion Gaming really taking a very passive posture, but there's Diablo with the flip on Murden. They're trying to blow up the tank. Goat getting to half health, even with the Avatar. There's the jet propulsion. Oh, onto the Genji, and the scatter arrow gets him low. The lightning breath finishes him off. Brightwing.
Oh, I like how Brightwing's in the protector, just slowly joining this fight.
Oh, I'm imagining Brightwing actually in the protector, and it's the cutest thing I've ever imagined.
Yeah, it's great.
Right, there's the flip onto the Lifebinder. Does not land in time. Goes on to full cooldown on the Urel.
It's funny how we talked about Diablo and open spaces, and somehow
Yeah.
They keep putting themselves right near walls.
Yeah.
And there's not that many walls on this map, but this super on Diablo is quick punish, and looks like they'll sweep Wheelchair Gaming here in a moment.
Oh, going over to Trademark Gaming, the Protector gonna finish off the core, and that's gonna be it for today's matchup.
GG, well played.
Yep.
To Trademark Gaming. They, put on a show. Definitely deserved that win.
Yeah.
Wheelchair, probably a little disappointed with themselves, but, they still made it to the playoffs. They're playing, these top teams. That's a good experience / practice in and of itself. You got replays to go over. You can look like, wow, look how clean they played and their movements and their focus, and maybe we could take a few pages out of their book,
Yeah.
For whatever other scrims game season they, they end up doing.
Mm-hmm. But we're looking at the scores here. 114k damage for the Hanzo. That is a hyper carry and a half.
Look how much Murden did. He did more than the Genji. 52k. Pretty interesting.
Murden, very intent on getting in on the backline. I think that maybe some wires were crossed with Wheelchair as Murden got on the backline just trying to wreck people up, and they kind of split the focus.
They did, and then in this sort of let Phoenix with no front line, he got picked a couple times because of this, like Murden, Urel dive, and Alex without the Cleansing Flame can't necessarily support them or reposition herself. We saw one or two good Life Finders, but I still think she should have gone Cleansing Flame, considering the way they played. But
yeah, the Lifebinder got some value, but Cleansing Flame can save a person too, especially. Oh, okay. Show is gonna join us. Let's move into the general lobby.
Sure.
Okay, we are here. Okay, we will be joined by Show, who was the Brightwing player. And hey, there Show is. How are you feeling after those games?
We're feeling pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything came together that series. We felt like especially that last game, our stun trains really hit the mark.
Yeah, I love this last pick, Brightwing. I've always been a huge fan of the hero, even when she's, super non-meta or whatever. Just because of her utility, and the polymorphs were put to pretty insane use, shutting down this Genji and some of these other heroes, and nice combos, the Diablos, Toronto, etc. It was beautiful to watch.
Very well done from there.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you guys were playing with 2 subs there. One of them is on your roster. Have you played with them before?
Yeah. Super was on a team with us 8 months ago.
Okay.
But he hasn't played much. He's been focusing on school. And Fire Team has been our manager for the most part. So he's been playing with us through the NGS season.
Okay, so you got the coach to suit up and get on that Tyrande there.
Yeah.
So, question. We were assuming that the Brightwing was mostly for the Genji as well as being double support. Were we right?
Yeah, that's correct. It also provides some macro pressure with the global, which is nice.
Yeah, and Dad of Time is telling us in chat. Well, first thing, do we know if this is Time's actual dad or just his daddy?
I believe it is.
Okay. All right. But they're telling us that TMG you guys basically had to play hypercarry with the 2 supports and just let Time put on a show, and he sure did.
Yeah, Time's pretty good. I think it's a good thing for our roster. The double support's starting to come back into the meta because we have 2 very talented range players. One of them couldn't be here today. Canadian Thanksgiving things.
Fair.
But...
Well, glad to hear that. Ripper, do you have any more questions about the second game?
About the second game, not so much. Just wanted to check in with the bracket really quick. Because you're going forward to fight Chicken Nuggets sometime next week. Any thoughts on that incoming matchup?
We haven't looked at it too closely yet. We're still in the midst of doing tryouts and stuff. So, but we're feeling pretty good with the NGS in general. So we're hoping for the best. But it'll probably be a good match.
It should be, you know, obviously you're the favorites coming in, so theoretically you'll beat them, move on to the grand finals. And just, you know, if you have any thoughts, it's not updated in the bracket, but the other semi-final match is TNC versus FWC Esports. Do you have any opinions on who you think might take that and move on to grand finals?
Not too sure. I haven't been the one who's been following
okay.
too closely. But I think we've had good games against both of them, so
50-50, so we'll see who ends up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks for putting on a really fun set of games for us tonight. Some interesting drafts, meta / somewhat new meta kind of things, and really enjoyed the Brightwing, made my night.
Yeah, and the Whitemane Tassadar was absolute.
Yeah, that was savage.
You guys went main tank Blaze. Is that viable going forward in the future?
Oh, I think for sure it is. I think it has been for a while, but just because everyone likes soul laners, he was a little overshadowed by his soul laning potential.
Okay.
But now that he lost his mana, he can't do that as much. He also, if you can get the Whitemane, you can stack the armor, and that's really good.
I mean, that's a bunker. It adds 25 onto that. That gets you up to 65. And with the Tassadar shield, there you are, hardened shield. So it's very good for sure. Now, people complain, though, with Blaze about the lack of engage. Was that rough, or were you able to make engages where you needed to?
I think we were able to make engages where you needed to, where we needed to. I think it just comes down to oil slip usage, being able to get those engages rather than the E, because that's used for the setup. Yeah.
You're not going to hit an E without an oil slick, that's for sure. And finally, the Tassadar Force Wall. We both really liked Force Wall and Tassadar in general. Do you guys normally go that with this kind of composition, or was Archon an option?
Archon was definitely an option. It came down to Fire Team's preference there. And he's obviously really good with Force Wall. So.
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah, the Force Wall was just doing so much work. It was amazing. I love utility skills in heroes. So like Tyrande, Tassadar, Brightwing, and years ago on an old team, I'd run them even kind of when, you know, just to be utility and try and leverage it to win the games. It's fun. I like seeing them.
Well, that was great.
Glad to see you guys running them here.
Yeah, you guys really put on a show. You're doing really strong in the Storm division. You got Chicken Nuggets coming up next. We wish you guys good luck. But for now, congratulations on your 2-0 over DG Wheelchair. The floor is yours for shoutouts if you want to shout out anybody in Twitch chat or watching at home.
All right. I'd just like to say good game to DJ Wheelchair. They gave us a run for our money at certain points. Also, shout out to Whiskers. I'm sure he's enjoying those Thanksgiving dinners. Time and Kags played phenomenally tonight, and shout out to Time's dad for cheering us on.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, show from Trademark Gaming, and
thanks.
And that's going to be it for us tonight. I don't think there are any NGS games going on, so I don't really have anywhere to throw you to after this. So thank you guys so much for watching. My co-host has been Ripper. Ripper, did you have a good time?
I did. It was a fun series. A little more one-sided than I had hoped. The Wheelchair would show a little more coordination. They look better than this in the wild card by a fair margin, but sadly they couldn't bring that same level of play here tonight. But still, they showed up, they played, they did their best. You know, I do expect to see Trademark Gaming in the finals, not because I think Chicken Nuggets is bad, just because I think Trademark Gaming's kind of too good.
They're really good.
And I think it'll take either FWC or TNC to take them down. And I believe those are the number 1, 2, and 3 teams anyway. The ones I just mentioned. So yeah, not, you know, top 3 make it to top 2 or 3. What a surprise! But sometimes it is. In other NGS seasons, some of the top teams have been steamrolled early in the playoffs or even in the semifinals. So you know, this season so far more on track to be top 3 makes it top 3. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens next week in the other 2 series.
All right, we will see indeed. And actually, if you want to join us, make sure to follow me and follow Ripper. Ripper, where can people find you on the internet?
Mostly And, Twitch, twitch.tv/ripperhots. I don't use my Twitter much. And, of course, I'm always hanging around various Discords. So mostly Twitch. I do, the NGS cast. I do some community coaching stuff. It's fun.
Yeah, make sure to go over and give Ripper the follow. He'll be casting Storm Division playoffs up until the end, as will I, and I will definitely join you for at least one more cast. We will be casting the grand finals in the Storm Division together, so stick around for that.
Absolutely.
That's going to be a great time. I will be casting some more NGS playoff in other divisions, so hit the follow, and I'm sure Ripper will as well. What division are you doing besides Storm?
I'm on Storm duty, so I'll just be probably doing only one series next week.
Okay.
Unless I somehow end up getting both, but I don't want to steal the only two of the week, so I'll just take one and let the other one, I think, Snag or Gravesville, some other people. I think Gravesville is the other main Stormcaster. So
awesome. So make sure you guys stick around for that. Make sure you guys stick around until February. NGS will return, and I hope everybody sticks around for that. So I'm very excited for the future and for the rest of these playoffs in NGS. But I think that's going to do it for us. Once again, Trademark Gaming going up 2-0 over Diplom Union Gaming Wheelchair. I've been your caster, Ghost Dunk. My co-host has been Ripper.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a great night, and good luck, have fun out there to all viewers, watchers, listeners.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you later, and have a good night.